Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time, we reached the High Entia Ruins, the end of Satorl Marsh, the Sororal Statues, Torille and Sultnar, which Dunban and Charla seem to can't get enough of them as they're just kind of staring at them for a while. Not only that, but Juju, Dixon, and Atharon went off to go help the colonies. This time, we're going to be pressing onward a little bit, but speaking of the others leaving to go help the colonies, there is a tutorial that has popped up that I want to bring attention to. Help reconstruct Colony 6. Juju wants to restore Colony 6 to its former glory. Visit Colony 6. Maybe there's something you can do to help. Go to Colony 6 during breaks in the story. Do you think that they mentioned the words Colony 6 enough times during that? I sure don't think so. But we have Colony 6 Reconstruction open to us, which is arguably the biggest and most important side quest of all. I do want to tackle that later on, but first, how about we talk to this Nopon merchant? Wow! Amazing! I never think Hom would come here. There are lots of ancient High Entia ruins around here. You come here to find rare thing to sell? Huh? You want to go to top bit of Bionis? I tell you how for free! You need to do ancient High Entia coming of age ceremony. You know about it? It tests for High Entia boys to become men in olden days. First, you need find 4 offerings scattered around Satorl. Then put on adulthood emblem in front of Sororal Statues. That will open the path to top of Bionis. This the only way. It dangerous. Be careful. And he didn't have a period at the end of his sentence right there. I'm not sure if that's an oversight or what, but we have a story quest, the Ancient Ceremony, and another one, Ancient Ceremony Offerings. The 2 quests are a little bit weird. I'm not really sure why they did 2 quests for this, because one of them is just saying, hey, you need to grab 4 items. The other is saying, oh, hey, you need to put those 4 items right here at the Sororal Statues. This I'll show you right here. Yeah, complete preparations for the ceremonies. That's 1 step. And then just find these different radiants. As you might notice, there was an offering that we need to find at the Dark Swamp, the Dull Radiant. We picked that up last time because we happened to be in the Dark Swamp. We saw that red item orb, so I figured we might as well pick it up. And we only need to pick up 3 of these Radiants because, well, we're ahead of the game and stuff like that, and that's really all I can go with that. But if you want to find these Radiants, they are marked on your map, so you can just kind of follow those quest icons to find where they are. That being said, you do not have to grab them in any specific order, but I am going to be going what I consider the most convenient order personally. It's always just how I've done it. Since we're going to be doing a lot of walking, I'd like to talk a little bit about Juju, Dixon, and Atharon leaving the group. I have to say, I was a little bit weirded out by Dixon only being an actual party member in 1 battle. I thought that was really weird, though, because you can have him in the party for just 1 fight, he has absurdly powerful equipment, and then he doesn't fight at all beyond that. I just thought that was kind of weird, and I kind of wish that he could be playable in the party after that point. And speaking of him being playable, one thing that I didn't mention earlier is that you can't have him as the party leader. If you try doing that, it just simply will not let you, so you can't actually play as him. You can only have him in the group as a partner, and we got Vangs that are not leaving us alone. Let's just take these out so we can get the Radiant. I suppose those enemies can be avoided if you just walk a little bit slower than I do. They're not required enemies by any means, nor can you really get any good items from them. We got the White Radiant there, and back to Dixon. I find it so strange that he fights in 1 battle, but just not in any others here, because I don't know, maybe there's some kind of explanation where he's like, bollocks, my back is hurting because I shot that saber. Oh my god, that's a worse Dixon impression than the one I gave in Colony 9. I said that one was bad enough to make me never do it again. Let's fall down this waterfall. We are almost to the next Radiant. And, wait, what? I didn't mean to hit the map, though, but okay, I guess you can see there that we're really close to the next one, but anyway. On to the others, I feel like Atharon left at a good time. He wasn't really overstaying his welcome, and I thought he was cool for the time that we had him. But, you know, he wasn't really a super major character, so I'm kind of glad that he took off when he did. As for Juju, I have to say I'm kind of glad that he left, because I was going to avoid saying this because Juju was kind of the object we were supposed to save. Object, wow, great job, me. But you know what I mean. He was kind of the one that we were supposed to be saving and the one we were supposed to be worried about, but I find Juju kind of annoying. I'm not going to be nice about that, so I'm kind of glad that he's gone. And not only that, I find it so crazy that they weren't really in a hurry to get Juju medical attention after everything that happened in the mines, and they just had him follow us into the marsh. He didn't stay behind or go to the camp or anything. It's like even the group themselves were kind of annoyed by him, but we have an enemy right here that's not leaving us alone. Let's take it out. What? What? That cozy squad wing like got pushed out of the tree and it just plopped onto the ground. It's not even seeing us because we're just barely out of its life. It's getting pushed around. That is hilarious, seeing the flying enemy like that just fall out of a tree like that. Doesn't even try. Oh, it's too low level to fight us, so, can I push it? No, I can't push it. That was just really funny. Alright, Rainbow Radiant. The last item that we need is going to be close to the glowing obelisk landmark. We need to go back into Igna territory, which we've already been to a few times, so how about I meet you over there? After following that quest icon, we find the item is being guarded by Aggressive Cornelius. I don't know why, but is that combination just Aggressive Cornelius? Just sounds really funny to me. Let's just destroy this thing all the same, just like anything else that'd be guarding my shinies, especially my required shinies. Those are the worst ones to have taken from me.
Man, what a bunch of jokers.
Well, that joker dropped a shiny gold chest. It gave me an aim rifle. Sounds like it should be aim rifle, but then again, that's probably even more awkward. We got all the ancient ceremony offerings, so how about we head back over to the Sororal Statues? On the way back, I decided to switch Shulk into the lead because I want to give everyone pretty equal screen time, and I'd like to get a good look at those two Sororal Statues, because even though we saw them earlier, I kind of would like to get you a good look at them, just because they're really nice. Now that we've had a few moments to take in the scenery, let's put in the adulthood emblem. Barrier forms up, and did you think a coming-of-age ceremony wasn't going to have some kind of super deadly test that you'd have to pass? Nah, you have not read a whole lot of fiction if that's the case. Because I swear, whenever there's any kind of coming-of-age ceremony, it's like, you must wrestle a bear to the ground using only your toes, or something like that. It's like, they always have some kind of clause like that that they don't tell you about ahead of time. Here we have this Torille Guardi, and it's actually not all that strong of an enemy, but it's a very cool-looking one. I love the exotic colors on it. So I'm at least a fan of that. It is immune to break, so I don't believe that we can topple it. Yeah, no, it's not working when Charlotte's doing it from distance, though, so no, we can't really do anything with that. Don't want to use the Minato arts now. Dunban, if you could get the enemy's attention, that'd be really nice. Okay, good, he did it while I was healing right there, which is good, because Light Heal actually generates its own aggro, so that might not have been the smartest move. We have a chain attack built up. How about we finish it with one great big powerful chain attack? Hopefully, I doubt it'll actually be enough.
Leave it to me.
Let's use Worldly Slash, do a 2-hit combo that has double damage in each hit, lower its physical defense, and Charlotte, you have like nothing to do. Let me just use Metal Blaster. No, it's outright immune. Okay, I just wanted to make absolutely sure.
Nice.
I know the difference between immune and resist, but I just was kind of like, yeah. To being honest, well, actually no, it was a flying enemy. I really should have just done Thunderbolt. Okay, never mind. My logic was flawed, if you want to call it logic. Get out of the way of this enemy. And it's actually almost done. This did not take long at all. I couldn't imagine how fast this would have gone if I used Dunban, Ryan, and Shulk. But yeah, even with Charlotte in the group, this still went down really quick. I'm talking about it like it's already done. I really shouldn't do that though, because it's going to be something stupid that happens. Right on cue. Right on cue. As soon as I'm like, I shouldn't say that because something stupid is about to happen, it does. Let's use our powered up Minato Buster. Wasn't quite enough to finish it off, but this should be. Backslash.
The victory is sweet.
Okay, let's get going.
Charlotte, okay, okay. I gotta say, what? Interesting camera angle. Okay. I have to say, the Hyanti have quite possibly the coolest technology for rolling out stairs. As tempting as it is to walk up that really cool looking stairway, we're not gonna do that yet. I wanted to take care of the Sororal Guardian and just kind of have the way open for us, but once Juju, Dixon, and Atharon leave the group, there are a lot of really important things that open up to you pretty much all over the world. As we heard, Juju and Atharon are going to try to restore Colony 6 back to its former glory, and we can help out with that. This is by far the biggest and most important side quest of all. I would say it accounts for about a fifth of this game's content, and we're going to be gradually completing this throughout the story as we can do more of it. But I do want to get it started off right now because the rewards you get from this are incredibly helpful and you just simply can't get them anywhere else. And yes, being honest with you, we are going to be doing side content for a little while before progressing. I know that the tutorial last time told us to come do this during breaks in the story, but let's be completely honest. This is Xenoblade frickin' Chronicles. There are not breaks in the story. On my first playthrough, I put off doing this for so long because it said, like, you know, hey, you can come to this during breaks in the story. And I'm like, okay, well, I really want to see what's going to happen next, so I'll come do this when, you know, the story isn't really striking me as that interesting for a little bit. You know, I'm not, like, just dying to see what's going to happen next. that never happened, and as such, this went a very long time without being done, and I missed out on some really cool stuff because of it. So, let's go do this. We've seen some pictures of Colony 6, but we've never actually been there. We've seen some aerial views of it as well, and as you can see, it is way off there in the distance. Well, I shouldn't say way off there. Believe it or not, Colony 6 really isn't that big of an area. And while we're heading off, Dazza is right here. You know, the guy we did quests for? Have Mechon all gone from Colony 6? It really tatty there. We can rebuild if we work hard. Sounds like a good mindset. That Nopon merchant that we shopped with earlier is still here. Her items have not changed, just her location has, and, you know, it's just kind of better to shop with her earlier than later, which is why I kind of think it's a good tip to show off that you can do that. And wow, that rock, like, really popped in right there. But yeah, being able to do that sooner than later was just really helpful. You got better equipment the way you get down there in the ether mines before even going inside, so that is one of my favorite little things that you can do. Anyway, following this main path, we arrive at the main entrance to Colony 6. There it is, and wouldn't you know it, Atharon's here. If we try walking in, it looks like a wasteland in there. Let's get back on track. You can't go in there no matter what you do. I definitely would not want to be the one to dig through all that rubble, considering what the Mechon did to it. Colony 9 really could have had it a lot worse after you see this. How about we talk to Atharon?
Yes?
We want to rebuild Colony 6 and restore it to its former glory. To do that, we need to move everyone back from the camp. But Ragwell Bridge has been taken by a pack of ferocious monsters, so now no one can cross it. That doesn't sound good. That is quite a problem. That bridge is the only way to move the refugees back safely. With them stuck on one side and me on the other, we're all stuck. Can you eliminate the monsters on Ragwell Bridge for us? Indeed we can, Atharon, old buddy, old pal. I'm sorry, but I wasn't going to say this back when there were some really serious cutscenes involving the guy, but Atharon just looks like a really badass Gandhi to me. That's the best way I can describe him. Like, he just looks like Gandhi if he was, like, in the military and, like, a mega badass. Don't get me wrong, I heavily respect Gandhi and everything he did, though, but you know what I mean. He looks like it to me. How about we head out to Ragwell Bridge before I say something even weirder? Or rather, we would head to Ragwell Bridge if there wasn't a few things here in the refugee camp that I want to do first. As he was saying, the residents of the refugee camp will be moving on from this camp if we complete this. Meaning that most quests here in the camp are going to expire if you don't do them now. I will show on screen right now what quests you need to complete before you finish up here. Not only that, but I highly recommend talking to Satada, or not really talking to him, but trading with him. Because if you overtrade with Satada, which should not be hard at all as he has like a 500G item, then he'll go, oh ho, oh ho, 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 and he will give you a light rain element, which you're going to need one of those later, and he will not trade it. Wait, what was that achievement? Crap, I shouldn't have skipped ahead of it. And that's not the only thing I want to take care of. If we go here into the caves, there is a heart-to-heart here that we can view. It's time for What's on Ryan's Mind. And wouldn't you know it, it is between Ryan and Charla. Yeah, I know you guys. I've been seeing a lot of you saying that you guys are rooting for something to happen between Ryan and Charla. And I guess you're getting your wish right here. Can I tell you something? When I heard you call Juju kid, it made me smile. Kind of a continuation of what we saw earlier. It did? I thought you were gonna shout at me or something. No, actually, when you got angry at Juju, it reminded me of Gatto. That's why it made me smile. Ah, so it's about Gatto. Hey, between me and Gatto, who would win in a fight? Let's tell him what he wants to hear. I knew it! Me all the way, baby! Ryan! Yeah, that thick head of yours could withstand anything. Thick head, oi! What, did I say something wrong? I was joking, Ryan. Don't be so serious all the time. But you said it's only because of my thick head. That's one reason. I didn't say it was the only reason. Then what else have I got? You have dignified qualities. Dignified qualities? What do you mean by that? Come on, Charlotte, tell it to me straight. How can I put this? You're like a father figure. A father figure? Yeah, and I thought maybe you'd be Juju's father one day. Hang on, if I'm Juju's dad, that'd make Charlotte my daughter. And that ain't right at all. Wait, you didn't believe me, did you? Gotcha. What? No, of course not. Nice one. You make me laugh, Ryan. You're so red in the face, I could swear you and Gatto are related. Really? I guess it almost sounds like a compliment. I like chatting with you, Ryan, and I'm glad I met you as well. Sure, me too, Charla. I'm not gonna lie, that is one of my favorite heart-to-hearts. That is really cute. So that is everything I wanted to take care of here in the refugee camp. Like I said, I recommend you trade with Satada, and there is that heart-to-heart we could view at a really convenient time here. So how about we head out for Ragwell Bridge now? Switched over to Dunban, and about those ferocious monsters that Atharon was warning us about. Black Smoke Hawks. Ignoring the voice crack, these are... they're level 30, which means that they can be a little bit threatening, though, but seriously, they're just tiny little adorable Hawkses. They can't get past these things, really? I mean, yeah, they can attack in groups, and that can get a little bit dangerous, though, but just look at this. If you just use the lure command, they are not hard at all. They are going down without a fight. This, I mean, look at that. Dazed, toppled, no problem whatsoever. We are having a very easy time taking care of these. In fact, I think I can even play around using my auras a little bit here, because I just don't really need to worry that much. The flick break one more time, and yeah, no problem at all. You just gotta defeat these 6 Black Smoke Hawks, and you should be done.
I could really do with a shower right now.
Who else wants some?
Who else wants a shower, Ryan? Is that what you're meaning to say?
Not the best. Good thing I'm
But as soon as you defeat the last one, a bunch of white Smoke Hawks appear right on top of you. Yeah, you're probably gonna want to run from these and also use the lure command on them. As adorable as they might be, you do not want to fight large numbers of enemies. Ugh. Seriously, the more I watch these enemies, the more I feel bad for beating them up just for being here. I mean, look at that. They're like running around all cute and just playing on this bridge, and we're killing them for it. During that battle, Ryan got a level up while calling everyone a bunch of jokers. Charla also leveled up to 32. And what?
Your days are numbered.
Okay. You fight down there in the water, sure. Oh, where is she?
I expected a tougher battle.
Okay, let's get going.
Let's get going, she says. Where is she? I'm not really sure where she went, to be totally honest with you. I can't seem to find her again. She, like, went under the bridge. Oh, no, she's back up here. Never mind. Okay, that was still pretty friggin' funny. So, after you have taken out all of those Hawkses, you should actually get some pretty nice equipment from having taken them down. They all seem to drop silver chests. I'm not sure if I was just incredibly lucky, but still, I got a lot of good items from that. And now that we've defeated all those enemies, our next step is to report back to Juju at the refugee camp on Bionis Lake to let him know that the road is clear. And back at the refugee camp, I want to mention really quick that my experience might have a bit of a discrepancy, as Dunban is 1 level stronger. The reason for that is that while we were here on Bionis Lake, after taking care of those battles, I went and I rediscovered the observation platform secret area, because, as you remember, I quit without saving after doing the quest that let us go there, because I wanted to show other text from other characters on it later. Anyway, hello there, Juju. You got rid of all the monsters at Ragwell Bridge. Now everyone can go back home to Colony 6. Thank you so much. Going back to Colony 6 will solve all the problems we had here. Once we leave, we won't come back here again. Shall we go now? We can wait for you if there are still things you need to do. If you say yes to this, the quest that I showed you earlier will immediately expire. So make sure you have every single one of them complete if you are going for 100%. There's not any actual reward for doing every quest, though, but I guess if you just want the personal satisfaction of having them all in the quest log, you still would want to do that. Alright, let's go. Okay, we'll move out right away. We'll need some help to rebuild Colony 6 when we get there. That's it. The road home is complete. You get 2 very helpful gems for that. EXP up 1 and AP up 1. Both completely self-explanatory in what they do. More experience or more AP. We get 2-star affinity, or 2-star affinity. We get a little bit of affinity with Colony 6 for doing that. I think we should have gotten more than just 2 little stars, to be honest. And we get taken back to Colony 6 immediately. Now, not everybody moved over here, believe it or not. Gee, I can't imagine why, actually, now that I look at the place. But now we are in. We have the Reconstruction HQ, and there are loads of quests here now that we have helped out Colony 6. Not only that, but by talking to Juju, it's time to rebuild our colony. But we pretty much lost everything we had. Alice's building is intact. We'll use it as our headquarters. It'll be much harder to rebuild everything from scratch, though. So we're going to need your help. How about it? To begin, we'll need materials, collectibles, and money. Just come see me whenever you are free to help out. Don't worry, Atharon left me in charge of Reconstruction. I'm not sure if that's really the best idea, to be honest. Okay, well, we gotta help make Colony 6 a more exciting place to be than just a mound of dirt and some broken girders. We have housing, which increases the population and lets you invite more people into the colony. Commerce will allow new shops to open up and get you better items. Nature will make the ether crystals obtained from the mines much better, as you can go back down there. You just can't go to the central pit. And Special will increase the overall completion percentage and lets you obtain more collectibles. Some collectibles that cannot be traded for can be found if you upgrade the Special level here in Colony 6. So that makes it a little bit easier to get your Collectopedia filled up. Should we talk to Juju? Let's see what we can do. He needs 2 steel silks, 9,000 G, and 2 spotted wolf hides to do housing up to level 1. Steel silk is a collectible found in Teffer Cave. Now, there are trades for this item, but they are, like, way out of your league right now. Like, there's no way you could have enough affinity to trade for this stuff. So, I'm just gonna head over to Teffer Cave, and how about we look around the areas that are typically inhabited by Arachno, see if we can find it that way. We got the items that we need, how about we upgrade the housing level? We hear some very Dr. Ananut sound effects, and check it out. We actually can directly see what we have done for the colony. Right here we have a bunch of houses that got built. It's really amazing how far some spider webs and 9,000 gold can go these days. By doing that, we get the achievement, A Fixer-Upper. I'm reminded of a song I don't really like that much. Next up is Commerce. It's currently at level 0, implying there is none, and if that text is to be believed, all you need to do to kickstart an economy is to have 2 leather jackets to sell and 2 pet turtles. At least it's what they would lead you to believe. Now, as for those items, those jackets are dropped by Ignis and Satorl Marsh, which I'm quite frankly amazed that we didn't get those, considering how many we were fighting. As for the turtles, what's really odd is that I can't seem to find the person that is supposed to trade those right now. I don't know if they just aren't here yet for some reason. But I know that Nikita trades them if you overtrade, so let's give Nikita a Humming Plum. Trade against some time, and that was not an overtrade. How about that? Fantastic! Have this. Sure enough, we get the Amblygon Turtle. I think that is 2 that we have now.
Let's press on.
And I was able to get those Igna hide jackets right by the Exile Fortress. There's a Fighter Igna and I believe also an Ether Igna right here. That pair gave me one every time. With all that done, let's upgrade Commerce. We need 10,000 G for this one, but let's just see how much that does for the business in Colony 6. Well, I guess all fancy restaurants and nice shopping districts started out in a tent somewhere, so we at least did something. How about we check out whatever stores have opened up in those areas? This one hasn't become anything yet, at least. Neither is this one, but, wow, no one here either. Maybe we should shift it to daytime. Yeah, for some reason this guy's not open 24 hours like every other merchant in the world of Bionis. Shame on him, I guess. What are you selling? He has, actually, admittedly, not all that great equipment. I mean, this would be better defensively for Charla, I suppose, but I do kind of like Gato's Rival having all those different slots on it. Everything else is just kind of... In fact, no piece of equipment that he carries has a slot on it whatsoever, and all of his skill books, you can buy these elsewhere. I believe all these are available in Colony 9. And that kind of brings me to something. You need to level up Commerce if you want the shop's items to actually be good. Otherwise, I find the shops in Colony 6 kind of lag behind the rest of the world, if you're not, like, putting a big focus on that. So, not really the biggest fan of Commerce, personally. I will still be leveling it up, of course. I wouldn't just not complete something because I don't personally like it, because you guys like seeing them. Okay, no, I'm kidding. It's not really any misery on my part. It gets me more completion in the game, and I like that. Next up is Nature, and I don't have to do anything for this. You'll still see at the bottom of the screen how to get these items, but I already had way more than enough of what I needed to do this. Let's upgrade. Nobody new moved in, but we got some nice trees planted around the colony to make things look a little livelier. But just what do we get from that? Well, you kind of need to get Nature up to level 3 to improve the quality of the ether crystals like we were hearing, so this won't really be able to do much for you for quite a while. And then lastly, in Special, we need a Light Rain element, which I had you trade Satata for before, and a Kneecap Rock, which is kind of rare. Now, I'll get into why I was saying that Kneecap Rocks are hard to obtain, but they'll be easier if you were playing along with the way I was particularly doing things. After we do this. Apparently, they were able to just build a little shack with all that stuff we got them. I'm not really sure why you need a little rock for that, but okay. These items really don't make any sense, though. They don't. I will never say that. But with that, the entire colony has reached level 1. Things are starting to actually look like a home now. With that, we now have streetlights built around the colony, and because we got everything up to level 1, we got a special present. We got an ultra-small reactor. You don't use that to make nukes, as the name might make you think, but it is useful for something else. When you level up special, you'll have buildings like this constructed, and actually, there are supposed to be item orbs right before here. I don't know why there aren't. Let me change the time, maybe? No. Okay, well, give me a minute. There we go. Got them to appear. That's odd. I had to reload to make them pop up. But that aside, these item orbs are special. We are getting items from areas other than Colony 6 from these. For instance, the Insanity Mint there is a Tefra Cave item. If there's items that you can't get from trades that are collectibles for other areas or something like that, you might have a chance of finding them here, and those 2 will come back every time that you come here. So all that's fine and good. Now, about the kneecap rock that I was talking about. That is kind of a tough to get item because it's rare in Tefra Cave. And this brings me to the Affinity Chart. Why? We have 2-star affinity with Colony 9. As you saw on the quest bar, once you have achieved this, you can just trade for the kneecap rock. Because you need 2 of them for a quest in Tefra Cave, 1 for the Collectopedia, and then 1 for this, it's kind of an elusive item, and you can't get it if you have 1-star affinity with Colony 9. So, with all that being said, that is why I recommended you do a bunch of quests in Colony 9 back when we were over that way. See? I do think ahead sometimes. And, I gotta say, I love how this portrait is coming together, how we have all the party members right here. I don't know, I think it looks really cool, and it really makes the party feel like it's, you know, feels really accomplishing whenever you look at that. Anyway, though, we have gotten loads done here in Colony 6. We got the residents back over here, we began Reconstruction. I think we're gonna end things off here. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles, now that we have Dunban, what do you say we go back to Colony 9 and see what there is for us there? Maybe we can also find something to do with this ultra-small reactor that we got. See you guys then.